Welcome to Veterans Air, the Veterans Hour, your source for news, talk, and uncensored commentary here on your Lone Star Community Radio. I'm your host, Douglas B., and you can listen to us live the first Tuesday of every month at 1 p.m. here on Conroe's FM 106.1 and 104.5. As always, a little housekeeping today before we start. You can contact Veterans Air through the website, www.VeteransAir.us. Leave us a message, an email, or text us, on our Google phone, 936-344-3083. We've got a bunch of stuff to talk about today, and I'm hoping that we can get it all in. Today's show is a tribute to our first responders in the community, and we have with us on the phone to talk about Tunnel to Towers charity, John Coleman. And I got a bunch of other stuff that's happening in September and October that I need to get to, and I'm hoping that I can fit it all in. And Dick's going to try to keep me straight so I don't actually end short as I have the last two. Dick, do we have that Armed Liberty graphic that I made? Can we throw that up there? I promised on Facebook that I had a gift for all the listeners today, and I try to be a man of my word. So if you take a look in the comments below, you'll see the link for it, and you can get this photo. This is our my 2019 tribute to the first responders and Patriots Day, which comes up on September 11th. Oh, hey, look at that. That's beautiful. I can see it. Damn, I'm so talented. Big thumbs up. John, are you there?
I'm here.
John, welcome to the show. How you doing today?
I'm doing good, and I want to thank you for having me on.
Thank you very much. I was talking to Doris, and she sent me over the graphic here for your event that's coming up on October 21st at Bentwater Yacht and Country Club in Montgomery, Texas. And can you tell us a little bit about the Tunnel to Tower organization?
Yes, the Tunnel to Towers was formed right after September 11th. Actually, the Stephen Siller Foundation. Stephen Siller was a fireman in New York. He had gone off shift, had left, and had gone out of Manhattan through the tunnel. And then the towers were hit. He had heard about it on his radio. The tunnels were closed, so he put on his 60 pounds of equipment, ran through the tunnel, went into the towers, and died. Since that time, his brother had created this foundation, and over the years, it has been involved with first responders as well as the military veterans. Their main programs are the Fallen First Responder Home Program, which supports the law enforcement community, as well as firefighters, emergency workers who have lost their lives in the line of duty. And what they do is predominantly pay off the mortgages for the families of these fallen first responders. They also support veterans in their smart home program, where they build homes that are specifically designed for these very severely injured veterans, mostly multiple amputees, and they will have all of the latest smart devices to make their life easier so that they can function in the community. They also have the Gold Star program, which also pays off the mortgages of service people who have died while in service.
Let me interrupt you here for a minute.
Sure.
Good listeners out there, if you are not familiar with Stephen Siller and the Tunnel to Tower charity, I'm really not surprised. But let me give you a little background on Stephen here. As John was saying, Stephen was a New York City Fire Department fireman, and he got caught in the Battery Tunnel, of all places, Traffic's at a standstill. He hears what's happening on the radio, jumps out of his truck, abandoned his vehicle, started putting on 60 pounds of firefighting gear, and ran through the tunnel, through the streets of Manhattan, to get to the Twin Towers. Now, the sense of duty that one must possess to be able to do this is unreal. See, because Stephen, he had everything going for him. Had a great wife, 5 children, an extended family that loved him. As a matter of fact, his brothers were about to get together to play their round of golf that they do. But he ran with 60 pounds from the Battery Tunnel to the Twin Towers, through the clogged streets of Manhattan. While people were running away, he was running to it. He gave his last full measure of devotion to save others. And from that came the Tunnel to Towers charity. Now, you need to go over and take a look at their webpage, tunnel2tower.org. You'll see it in the comments below. And read up about this organization and what this organization does. You know, in our daily lives, we sometimes need help. We sometimes need to call somebody to get us out of where we're at or to save our lives. And I don't know about you, but when that happens to me, I've never had to call a rock star or a pro athlete. I had to call the fire department, EMT, the police, but never one of these guys. So this organization, the Tunnel to Tower organization, and their National Golf Series, does a lot. Did a little research. Let me tell you what Tunnel to Towers has done for Texas. 6 smart homes have been delivered or are currently under construction. A Gold Star family home has been delivered. The Dallas police officers that were assassinated back in 2016, do you remember that? Yeah. So far, they have paid off 3 mortgages. The Fort Worth police officer Hull family, you remember them? They paid off their mortgage. For Hurricane Harvey, extensive work was done in Orange, Texas for approximately 5 months, including a Christmas toy drive for 1,500 Texas children. So you may think of this organization, Tunnel to Towers, as being something for New York, but it does a lot of things here in Texas. Do you guys know about the Mennonite Disaster Service? Tunnel to Tower donated a substantial amount of dollars to help fund the Mennonite rebuilding of Rockport, Texas. And we've all seen the pictures of what happened during Hurricane Harvey to Rockport. It wiped it off the map. These were the people that helped out. So, John, I asked you on the show because you're doing something called the National Golf Series. Can you tell us about that?
Well, it's basically fundraising throughout the country where we put on a golf event and we solicit sponsors, financial as well as donating goods, services, etc. And it's a fun tournament, like I say, throughout the country. And obviously the proceeds are going to the foundation in order to continue their good work.
You're still looking for sponsors, right?
Oh, yeah, always. We do have some very good sponsors already. Our 2 biggest, Bruce Sellers of Sellers Realty, a former Marine.
Cool.
And also Jim Morris, Morris Homes, former Army. And, people in Montgomery, Texas, they're probably familiar with both names. It's something that I became aware of last year. Took a look at it, went up to the Dallas actually the first tournament in Texas, which was last Veterans Day in Dallas, and was very impressed with it. Met a Gold Star family as well as a first responder family that had been the recipients of the home payoffs, and was impressed. And of course, said, "Geez, how come you're not down in the Montgomery Harris County area?" And he said, "Well, go ahead, have at it. Well, here I am."
Can I put your number out on the air?
Sure.
Listen, for all my business owners out there or people that want to get involved with this event, you can contact, for more information, you can contact John Coleman at 936-449-6556. Or, of course, go to the tunnel, the number 2, towers.org, and sponsor this. Now, in past shows, good listener, you know that if I bring a charity on or organization on, that I like to do my due diligence. I like to ensure that the monies and labor and efforts that we're giving as a community is worthwhile. Checked up on Tunnel to Tower, and they have a 4-star rating with charitynavigator.org, which is the one that I use to check out organizations. And I come to find out that 93.1 cent of your dollars that you contribute to the charity go directly to the programs. Very, very little overhead. I got a call last week, maybe the week before. Nice guy. Calls me up out of the blue. He does dirt track racing, and he's got a race car. And he is looking for a service organization that he can work with, because he's going to rewrap his car, paint it, yada, yada. He's not looking for a sponsor per se, but he's looking for an organization that he can promote through his racing team. So he was going to wrap the car, get it painted the whole 9 yards with everybody's logo on. So he called me and said, "Hey, what organizations out there are good that do the work that they actually say they're going to do?" And the Charity Navigator is one of the tools I use to check them out. So I've checked out the Tunnel to Towers organization. And I got to say, I really, really was impressed. I wish I'd known about this earlier, John. I would have gotten involved in some way, shape, or form. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no. Well, I appreciate that. And, it's my first time running a tournament, and probably didn't get on the ball quick enough, but I think we've gotten some great response so far, and from the sponsor level. And now that we're about 7 weeks away, we're going to be looking for the golfers.
And they're definitely out there.
Oh yeah. If you want to play golf at Bentwater, it's a beautiful course. It's $150 if you are a veteran or a first responder, $125 if you just want to come for the barbecue lunch dinner at $75. The format is a fun tournament. It's a scramble. Which means, everybody picks the best ball, hits again, and bogey's your friend. We're going to have a lot of things. We'll have a golf cart on a hole-in-one. We're going to have at least one car for a hole-in-one. And then we're going to also have something a little interesting, and that's the golf cannon that will be shot on a par 4. And you can, buy a shot on that and see if you can get a hole-in-one about 300 yards away with the golf cannon.
A what?
A golf cannon. You put a ball into this cannon, you aim it, boom, and it goes 300 yards, and see if you can put it in the hole.
Oh, I got to come just for that. I got to come just for that. That sounds awesome. There's another organization that I'm involved with, patrioticrestoration.org, and Coach Yates does a lot of these golf tournaments, and he doesn't have a golf cannon. I'm going to have to talk to him about this. I think we definitely need one of these. Is it like a potato gun?
It is.
Oh, yeah.
I
I can so do that. I'm good at
Okay.
potato guns. Dick over here is grinning from ear to ear. He's not sure that he should allow me around a potato gun.
Yeah, and there'll be putting contests and long drive, and for men and women, and we do encourage the ladies to come out with a foursome. You don't have to have a foursome. We'll put you together, and it'll be a fun day.
And this is October 21st, so mark your calendars, down at Bentwater Yacht and Country Club here in Montgomery, out in Montgomery, Texas. Registration and breakfast starts at 7:30. 9 a.m. is the shotgun start with barbecue to follow. Definitely should be there for the barbecue. I hope you plan to make enough because I can eat some serious barbecue.
Oh, that's okay. There'll be plenty.
You're doing tournament prizes. It says here on your flyer, and the prizes are closest to the pin, the longest drive for men and women, and team low scores. I do not play golf. Well, I shouldn't say that. When I do play golf, I play military golf. And if you're not familiar with military golf, this is when you hit the ball and it goes left, right, left, right. Yeah, that's me. I'm lucky if I can hit the ball. And then I figure that I'm super lucky if I can find and if I do, I'm picking up the ball and going home because that's just entirely too much work. I hear your birds in the background.
Well, I just finished a round of golf, so I'm sitting in the men's locker room since this was somewhat of a quick interview, so to speak. So.
Yes, and thank you for pulling my butt out of the fire. I had something else planned, but it didn't pan out. So I said, "Hey, let me call up Doris and see if she can help me out." And she said, "Oh, John will do it." See, she volunteered you before you even knew about it.
Well, she did, and so I missed the putt on 18 and ran into the locker room.
Oh, sorry about that.
No problem.
For the companies out there, the organizations that are out there, and you're looking for something to do with your charitable dollars this year, I encourage you to contact John and get involved with this National Golf Series here at Bentwater. And if you haven't been out there, it is a absolutely beautiful course. It really, really is. Spent a lot of money out there. I should have bought when I first got here. I'd be a millionaire if I bought that land. So, John, does the Tunnel to Tower organization do a number of these each year? Do you travel around and?
Well, I don't, but yes, they have a lot of them in the Northeast. Let me see if I can get my get my website up here. They have them. Let's see here. We've got them in Farmingdale, New Jersey, Huntington, New York, Brooklyn, New York, Bentwater, Dallas, Fort Myers, Florida, Staten Island, and as time goes on, I'll be expanding to other cities. Again, you mentioned that it's not very well known, and that's unfortunate. And I didn't know about it until about a year ago. So it actually has to get some more. I think more recognition, and I don't know if people are aware of the recent donation of $3 million by Rush Limbaugh that was part of the proceeds of his Betsy Ross T-shirts. So, I think that helped in the national recognition too. And if anybody goes to their website and looks at the maps that show where the smart homes have been built and where the homes for the fallen first responders and the Gold Star families are, you'll see that it is nationwide.
That's just totally awesome. I'm a big technology is what I do for a living. That's my day job. And for those that don't understand the concept of a smartphone, talk about tiny houses. For those that aren't familiar with a smart home, for those physically challenged, the home is specifically built for that individual and that individual's disabilities. And a lot of the home is automated, and a lot of the home can be controlled via voice or through an app on the phone. And for us people that are not disabled, to get up out of your chair and go turn down the thermostat, that's a nothing thing. But a simple thing of turning down the thermostat for a double amputee, that might never happen without this type of automation. And I want to applaud you guys over there for doing this. There's not a lot of organizations out there that have taken the next step in a smart home for the disabled. That's really awesome. My father was a quadriplegic, and we had a smart home because he had 5 children, and it was, Doug, get up and change your channel. You, coffee now. So, I grew up in a smart home.
Well, that's great, and you're right. It's everything from custom building the counter space so that maybe an individual who is in a wheelchair can roll up and prepare his food. Obviously, the bathroom facilities are crucial, to be designed correctly for these challenging individuals. So it's a very worthy endeavor, I think. And, for your business people out there, I mean, we also encourage donations of whatever their service is. Maybe it's air conditioning, a free air conditioning checkup. If it's a restaurant, a couple of free meals, gift cards, things like that, because we'll have that as a raffle to, give to the players and, again, make it fun.
So again, this is the National Golf Series, the Stephen Siller Tunnel to Towers organization. It's on October 21st at Bentwater. Registration and breakfast start at 7:30 a.m. and a shotgun start at 9 a.m. John, what is a shotgun shot? Coach says that all the time. I have no idea what that is.
Well, it was interesting. It was asked before, and I think in maybe, quote, the old days, and I don't know why it stopped, but people would get out on a hole because when you have such a group, and we hope to have, 20 or 20 plus foursomes out there, they'll go to different holes and then all start at the same time. And I guess in the past, they'd hear a shotgun and then the first ball would be hit. I don't think that's done much anymore, but we're trying to do our part with the golf tennis.
Oh, I figured you were going to put golf balls in a shotgun and shoot it off in the air.
No. I think maybe if we went to a skeet range, you could try that.
Hey, Larry Erie, if you're listening, because I know that you are an avid golfer, this is a great event for you to be in. You should get your team together and go sign up for this. Again, it's the tunneltotower.org, or you can call John at 936-499-6556 and get involved with this. Go play or sponsor it. I think it's a great thing. I might head out there and take some pictures while you guys are out there playing, because I like to think that I'm a photographer.
Well, that's great. Let me just make one correction. My phone number?
Yes.
936-449-6556.
Did I say that wrong? Yeah, I did. I can't read. I'm a product of the New Jersey public school system. Though I was born and raised in Staten Island, by the way. You notice
that's interesting.
I do speak that correctly. I do pronounce that correctly. Staten Island.
Well, I'm from the Bronx.
I couldn't tell.
Well, I've been down here 45 years.
How long have I been in Texas? I think I got to Texas like in '96 or '97. I just followed the money when I got out of the service and wound up in Texas. Texas is an interesting place. They have the largest cockroaches I've ever seen anywhere, and it would have been beneficial if somebody in this state had told me that these things could fly. My first experience with them, I wound up in the hospital because I ran into the door jamb trying to get away from it. You think I'm making that up? I'm totally serious.
Yeah. Well, I know they call them tree roaches, though.
Yes, I did find out that they don't last long in the house. You find them the next morning, upside down doing the dying cockroach. Ah! And I've also noticed that a can of Raid will not kill them. They just stop what they're doing and break out a straw and start sucking it up.
Mm-hmm.
These things are beefy. We have to go to break to do news, don't we, Dick? Yes, we do, Dick. Yep, we have to go to news. John, thank you so much for coming on the show. I really appreciate it. And as I said, this is the Tunnel to Towers golf tournament, October 21st at Bentwater Yacht and Country Club in Montgomery, Texas. Guys, swing on over to VeteransAir.com's Facebook, VeteransAir.us Facebook page, and I'll put some links to some more information if Dick hasn't already gotten to it and put it on the Facebook, because, damn, he's good. All right, we're going to take a break. John, thank you again, and we'll be back right after these messages.
Thanks very much, and thanks to all your listeners, anybody that can come out and give us some support.
1 in 10 births will result in a neonatal intensive care stay, also known as the NICU. Overnight, a family can find themselves and their newborn baby in a critical situation. The Mila Foundation financially and spiritually assists families in need. If you would like to volunteer or become a monthly sponsor, please visit us at www.themilafoundation.org. Again, that's www.themilafoundation.org, because every life matters.
Does volunteering at a nonprofit horse sanctuary sound wonderful? Or are you a veteran or a veteran spouse and think trying a peer group session through a local Horses and Heroes equine program might be worth trying? Henry's Home Horse and Human Sanctuary, located in Grand Central Park by appointment only, is home to a growing number of rescued and donated horses. Visit our website at henryshomehorsesanctuary.org or check out our Facebook at Henry's Home Horse and Human Sanctuary for more information.
What is homelessness? Have you seen parents struggle to find a job without having transportation or childcare? What about the children sleeping in cars with nothing to eat? Families shouldn't have to struggle to survive, and children should not be homeless. Family Promise of Montgomery County serves the needs of homeless families and their children. Learn about ways you can help and learn about partnership opportunities at www.familypromiseofmc.org or call our day center at 936-441-8778.
You are listening to Veterans Air on IRLoneStar.com and Conroe's FM 104.5 and 106.1.
Welcome back to Veterans Air, the Veterans Hour. Don, again, thank you for being on the show. Your golf tournament sounds like a really exciting time for golfers. I want to let you know that if you can't get enough golf, there is another great charity out there. Grateful Americans Charity is presenting the 4th annual golf tournament to benefit PTSD Foundation of America and our very own Camp Hope right here in Montgomery County. They're going to do theirs on October 18th from 7 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. at the Golf Club of Houston in Humble, Texas. They'll have a shotgun start, a light breakfast, a open bar finish, and after golf lunch. Now, Grateful American Charities chose the PTSD Foundation and Camp Hope specifically because of the work that these organizations do. And we are Veterans Air, voice of the veterans in Montgomery County. And by the way, we're the #1 rated veteran show in Montgomery County in this time slot. Are you giving me obscene finger gestures over there? No, just caught off the side of my eye. I'm going, what?
I'm not afraid to show you those.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
There you go.
This golf tournament from Great Americans Charity that they're doing on the 18th of October, they also need sponsors. And I encourage you to go over to their website. And where did I have that website? The website is, this is a long one, and you'll see it down here. It's the www.gachougolf.givesmart.com. And if you can't remember any of that, just call Steve at 972-571-3000 to get involved with this, because this does look like a great time. And it does go to support the PTSD Foundation and Camp Hope. And you know that we are big proponent people of Camp Hope. And get involved with this. Go out there, get some exercise. Your doctor says you need exercise, go do it. They have a plethora. Look at this, can you see this? A plethora of sponsorship opportunities for both the individual and the organization. So go check out their website and get involved. Go out and play golf. Now, for those of us that do not play golf, and believe it or not, there are more than just me that do not play golf, they're doing something else also. And they're doing a Night of Honor benefiting the PTSD Foundation of America, and they're doing it in honor of Doug Brown, the PTSD Foundation of America Board Chairman. That's going to be on the 19th of October from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. at the Hyatt Regency downtown. So I guess this is like, dress up type thing. Now, they're going to have auctions, cocktails, dinner, dancing, the whole 9 yards is that you would assume that a gala event like this would have. So for those that are not golfing, go ahead and buy a ticket for this. I guess I should say who their sponsor is? Can I say that on the air? The event, their platinum sponsor for this is EN Investments, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right. If I'm not, please forgive me. I want to I want to read this verbatim. This is the official announcement of the 2019 Houston area events from the Grateful Americans Charity. On October 18th and 19th, 2019, the Grateful Americans Charity will be hosting the 4th annual Houston Charity Golf Tournament and Gala. The golf tournament will be held at the Golf Club of Houston on October 18th, and the gala will be held at the Hyatt Regency on October 19th. Now, let me give you some fast facts that they forwarded to me about this. On any given night, over 62,000 veterans, many of who are suffering from PTSD, have no home and are left to fend for themselves on the street of this great nation. You all know how I feel about homeless veterans. They did for us. Why can't we do for them? If we can house every lottie-dottie person crossing the border, surely we can house our own. In the last 10 years, the number of veteran suicides are 2 to 3 times that of civilian suicides. 22 to 23 veterans a day lose their battles with the demon. Suicide-related deaths from PTSD have surpassed combat-related deaths. 20 veterans and 1 active duty military personnel commit suicide every single day. Let me say that again. 20 veterans and 1 active duty military commit suicide every single day. The PTSD Foundation are the ones trying to combat this, and they can't do it without help from you. How can you help? Become a sponsor. Become a sponsor for this Grateful Americans charity golf tournament, or their night of honor. You know, I'm thinking that I should get Ashley back on the show. I haven't had her on the show in like a couple of years. She can talk about PTSD for us. Ashley, if you're listening, I want you to give me a call so I can schedule to get you on the show. To learn more about the Grateful Americans charity, you can go to their website, gratefulamericans.charity.org. And of course, if you want to follow what PTSD Foundation is doing, you can reach them at ptsdusa.org. I started this show by saying this show is dedicated to our first responders. And it's true, it is. Because this month, on September 11th, we will have Patriots Day in America. It is the 18th anniversary of 9/11. I got to talk for a minute about 9/11 and about our first responders. And as usual, I'm good. I wrote something up. So let me just read this for y'all. I'm going to start with a question. Do you remember what you were doing the day the world stopped? I remember. I know exactly what I was doing. I was in a high-rise office building in downtown Houston doing a presentation to the chairman of the board and the board members of a company down there, trying to convince them that they want to spend a couple of $1 million in the coming year on software, and specifically to spend that money with me and my fellow consultants. The secretary, in the middle of the presentation, rolls in a TV set and says, "Y'all need to watch this," and she turned on the news. We watched the towers fall. I saw the Pentagon go up in flames. And I knew right then and there we were at war. 9/11, the day changed me forever. It hit me very personally. And this is why I do what I do for the veterans and first responders. Those people, they're walking the line to keep us safe. Those are the people that put their lives on the line for us every single day. 9/11 affected me profoundly. And one day, I might even forgive. But I'm never going to forget what happened. So September 11th is now known as Patriots Day. I think it should actually be September 12th. Because when I woke up that morning on September 12th and walked outside, looked up and down the street, I saw that I no longer was the only house on the block flying the American flag. We have September 11th as Patriot Day now in honor of those that we lost when we, as a people, were attacked. Have you forgotten? Have you forgotten the brave first responders who rushed into that hell to save who they could? I haven't, and I hope I never will. On September 11th, we lost 2,977 victims to that attack. 412 of them were first responders, people that rushed into the burning buildings. This 412 first responders, 343 of them including a chaplain and 2 paramedics, were from the New York City Fire Department. 343. 37 police officers from the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey police departments. 23 police officers from the New York City Police Department. 8 emergency medical technicians and paramedics from private ambulance companies. And 1 patrolman from the New York Fire Patrol. These first responders rushed in when everybody else was trying to rush out. I'd like you to join me for just a moment of silence to honor our fallen. Thank you. Now, if you want to hear more about Patriots Day and what I think of it, come on by the VFW 4709 right here in Conroe on September 11th. We will have our Patriot Day ceremony that usually kicks off around 6:30-ish over at the Post. And I like to do a little presentation before the official ceremony starts, and you can hear more of my thoughts on why this is such an important day and why 9/11 changed me forever. Excuse me, I'm talking too much. What do I got, about 15 minutes? Good, I planned for that. 10 minutes? I have 10 minutes, good, I planned for that too. I'm prepared this week. I should get kudos for actually being prepared.
Yeah, especially with the late cancellation.
That's right. I got, and all the work that I did this weekend, if you noticed, I'm limping because I pulled the ligaments in my hip.
Really?
Yes. Don't ask me how. I have no idea. I should have listened to my wife when she said, stop doing that. But I'm a manly man doing manly things in a manly way on a manly day. You know, it's my big guns.
Big gun?
Big gun. I got 2 big guns.
Okay, just making sure.
I'm a manly man. Good. Within 10 minutes, it gives me enough time to cover Horses for Heroes. This is an organization that's been around for a while. It's over at the Sunny Creek Ranch, and they also are having a benefit to raise some funds to keep this program going. And theirs is going to be September 21st from 12 to 6 p.m. And where is this going to be? Glad you asked. VFW Post 4709 here in Conroe. Tickets are $15. You can get them at the door, or you can call beforehand and reserve them. This benefit that's going on at the VFW 4709 from 12 to 6 p.m., there'll be live music by Cannon Brand. There'll be live and silent auctions, food, fun, and more. For more information, call 936-520-2525. And if you are not familiar with Horses for Heroes, this is a program that is certified, this is a program that has certified horses that are trained to provide therapy for veterans and first responders. Veterans and first responders learn to deal with their demons through caring for these animals. And by the way, it costs nothing to the veterans and first responders. The tab is all picked up solely from donations. So please, be a hero for our heroes. Sunny Creek Ranch, you can check them out on their website. Do I have the website for them? Yes, I do. The website is sunnycreekranch.com. Look at that. The phone number is 281-229-3633. Before I forget, I should give a shout out to our sponsor, because without the sponsor, I wouldn't have the soapbox to be on that talking to you. I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, East Meets West Productions. It is a full-service business and marketing consulting firm that's helping veterans start and fund their businesses for over 25 years. Darlene, if I don't say it enough, I want to say it one more time. Thank you for sponsoring this show. For more information, you can call EMW Productions at 361-904-0044. How's my timing now? Pretty good. Hey, look at that. See, I'm really great. I guess that about wraps up our show for now, for today. But I'll be back October 1st at 1 p.m. I have no idea what it is I'm going to be talking about, but rest assured I'll come up with something. And hopefully between now and then, I can find a co-host, because I am still reeling from the loss of Dangerous Dan, the Muffin Man, who decided to quit and move to Kansas City, Missouri, and leave me unsupervised. See what happens when you're unsupervised? You get a show like this. So if you want to be on the radio and you think you can handle me being a co-host, please get in contact me, 936-344-3083, and we'll see what we can come up with. I want to leave you with this song on FM, on the station here. It's kind of a prophetic, if I'm saying that right, type of song by Billy Joel, Miami 2017. Now, I've listened to this song for years. It actually came out in '96, but it was the headliner at the Concert for New York, which is the concert that was held. A whole bunch of musicians got together to benefit the first responders in the city of New York. And as we listen to this song, listen to Billy Joel. This is for all our brothers and sisters wearing that first responder uniform today. Our law enforcement officers, firefighters, EMTs, and yes, even you nurses and doctors that are today are fighting to save our lives. If you are a first responder, I want to tell you thank you. I want to say to you that I'm proud of you. Until next month, stay safe, stay vigilant.